Imagine sending like a generic 2-second happy birthday text to a creator you follow online.
Right, just a standard quick message.
Yeah, exactly. You hit send, you forget about it 3 seconds later, and just go about your day.
As we all do.
Right. But instead of that message just, vanishing into the digital void, you actually get a reply handing you a 30,000 professional asset.
Which is pretty mind-blowing.
It really is. Today, we're looking at a campaign that completely inverted the whole concept of a birthday gift, turning what's normally a day of passive receiving into this masterclass in aggressive strategic community building.
It's just a fascinating inversion of the standard social contract.
Huh.
I mean, we are so used to these fleeting, low-stakes digital interactions.
Oh, totally.
But what happens when someone engineers that exact moment to spark an entirely new professional trajectory for the person on the other end?
Well, welcome to the deep dive. We're going to unpack exactly how a really simple social greeting unlocked a highly specific 25-hour digital training sprint.
And it's a very intense sprint.
Yeah, and we'll explore the mechanics of how this initiative takes people with literally zero experience and gets them monetizing almost immediately.
Right.
By the time we wrap up, you'll see exactly how this totally redefines the concept of a gift in our modern gig economy.
What's really fascinating here, I think, is the intersection of personal generosity and structural skill building.
Yeah.
Because this isn't just about handing out some random digital freebie. It's about actively identifying and empowering people, especially home-based earners, who might just be, sitting on the fringes of the digital economy, just waiting for an entry point.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the raw facts of this initiative are just wild to me.
They really are.
The creator essentially put out an announcement saying, basically, if you took the time to wish me a happy birthday this year, your gift in return is a totally free 25-hour training sprint.
And not just any training.
Right. The curriculum covers virtual assistant fundamentals, AI productivity tools, and digital marketing. And they firmly attached a real-world value of 30,000 IONIT to this package.
Which completely flips the script on what a birthday is even supposed to be.
Culturally, yeah.
Culturally, a birthday is a one-way street, right? The person celebrating is the focal point. They receive the gifts, the attention, the accolades.
Exactly.
But by turning a day of receiving into a day of, mass distribution, the creator immediately commands just a totally different level of attention.
But, why frame it around a birthday at all? Like, companies do giveaways all the time, right?
Yeah, they do.
You see it every day. Enter your email for a free course. What is the actual strategic advantage of tying it to a highly personal event like a birthday?
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really comes down to the psychology of trust and skepticism.
Okay, how so?
Well, when a faceless corporation or even a large personal brand offers a high-value digital product for free, our modern internet defenses immediately go up.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We just assume it's a trap. We assume they're harvesting our data, or that it's just this heavily disguised sales pitch for a premium tier that they're going to shove down our throats a week later.
Right, the classic bait and switch. You think you're getting a masterclass, but you're actually just sitting through an extended commercial.
Precisely. But context dictates how we value the gift.
Okay.
By framing this specifically as a reciprocal gesture, a return of kindness for a birthday wish, it entirely bypasses that corporate skepticism.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. It frames the exchange as a genuine human interaction. The recipient doesn't feel like, a lead in a sales funnel. They feel recognized.
Wow, yeah.
And that builds an immense, immediate reservoir of goodwill and community trust that a standard corporate giveaway simply cannot buy.
That distinction is so crucial. Because if a SaaS company offers me a 30,000-hour training, my guard is up immediately.
Absolutely.
But if someone says, hey, thanks for the birthday wish, here's something valuable to say thank you, I am fundamentally more open to actually engaging with the material.
You're primed for it.
But, goodwill only gets you so far, right? Like, you can give me a beautifully wrapped, incredibly thoughtful box, but if I open it and it's just full of outdated textbooks, the goodwill just evaporates.
It's gone, yeah.
The actual toolkit they're handing over has to actually work.
And that is exactly where the structural brilliance of this curriculum comes into play. Yeah. The gesture gets them in the door, sure, but the content has to deliver immediate, undeniable utility.
So let's look at that content. the 25-hour sprint is broken down into 3 distinct pillars, right?
Yes.
VA fundamentals, AI productivity tools, and digital marketing essentials. And I do want to highlight real quick that this entire sprint is tied to Project Antaryami's mission.
That's important detail.
Yeah, reading through the details of this, it's infused with this genuine warmth. It doesn't read like a cold corporate mandate at all.
No, not at all.
It reads like a mission to genuinely uplift people who just need a break. But looking at the curriculum itself, assuming you, the listener, already know the basics of what a virtual assistant does, the interesting thing isn't the VA part itself, I think.
Right, it's the combination.
Exactly, it's the specific bundling. So what does this all mean for someone just starting out? Why these 3 specific subjects?
Because it is a perfectly calibrated triad for the modern internet economy.
Okay.
Think about it. If you just teach someone standard VA fundamentals, managing an inbox, scheduling meetings, basic data entry, you are essentially training them to be a task taker.
Right.
They're entirely reliant on the client telling them exactly what to do and how to do it.
Which is fine, but it's a commodity. You're competing with like a million other people who can also answer emails, which just drives your hourly rate into the ground.
Exactly. It's a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
But when you introduce the second pillar, AI productivity tools, you fundamentally alter the capability of that worker. AI is the great equalizer of speed and quality.
Yeah.
By teaching these tools alongside the standard operational tasks, you aren't just creating an assistant anymore.
Right.
You are creating a highly augmented, hyper-efficient digital operator.
Okay, I really want to visualize this. So without AI, a standard VA might get like a chaotic, rambling voice note from a client.
Well, we've all sent those.
Right. And they'd spend an hour manually transcribing it, picking out the action items and typing them into a spreadsheet, but an augmented operator.
An augmented operator takes that same chaotic voice note, feeds it into an AI tool, applies a very specific prompt they learned in the training, and within 30 seconds, generates a perfectly formatted project brief, a list of action items, and even drafts the follow-up emails to the team.
That's insane.
They just did an hour's worth of highly cognitive work in under a minute.
That is massive leverage.
Huge.
So if VA is the operational foundation and AI is the leverage that gives them, superhuman speed and capability, what is the role of the digital marketing pillar?
Digital marketing is the growth engine.
Okay.
It's the ability to actually generate attention and drive value for a client's brand. You can be the fastest, most organized operator in the world, but if you don't understand how your client actually makes money,
right,
how they capture leads, how they talk to their audience, then your utility is capped.
That makes a ton of sense.
When you bundle operations, AI leverage, and marketing growth together in one intensive sprint, you are providing a complete self-contained ecosystem. You are building an autonomous operator who can not only manage the business, but actually help grow it.
Which is exactly what literally every modern entrepreneur or creator is desperate to hire.
Desperate for it, yes.
But, here is where I actually start to get a bit skeptical.
Okay, let's hear it.
The curriculum sounds incredible on paper, but they claim that participants can start earning money before they even complete the 25 hours.
Yes, that's a big claim.
Now, we're talking about a target demographic of home-based earners with explicitly 0 prior experience. Here's where it gets really interesting, because I really have to challenge this premise.
Go for it.
If I have literally 0 experience, 20 hours of training isn't going to make me a marketing guru who can suddenly charge premium freelance rates.
Right.
How is it physically possible to go from 0 to monetize in less than a standard work week?
Well, it sounds entirely counterintuitive if you are looking at it through the lens of traditional education.
Yeah, where you study for a degree for 4 years.
Exactly. And then you're supposedly ready to provide value. But this raises an important question about the specific mechanics of the digital gig economy today.
Okay.
It is entirely possible, but you have to understand what they're actually selling. They are not selling a holistic career strategy on day 2.
Right. They aren't being hired to be a chief marketing officer after 15 hours of video tutorials.
Precisely. They are monetizing micro skills.
Micro skills.
In the modern gig economy, clients often don't need someone to rebuild their entire brand identity from scratch. They have highly specific, isolated friction points.
Like what?
Well, this is where the AI training bridges the experience gap almost instantly. The curriculum designers are forcing themselves to make the training highly actionable from hour 1.
Okay, walk me through what that actually looks like for a home-based earner. How does that rapid feedback loop actually work in practice?
Sure. Imagine hour 5 of the training. is entirely focused on a specific AI workflow for content repurposing.
Okay.
The student learns how to take a client's long-form YouTube video, feed it into an AI tool, and use a very specific, optimized prompt to generate, let's say, 10 unique Twitter threads and 5 LinkedIn posts.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
The student, who yesterday had absolutely zero marketing experience, now possesses a highly valuable, isolated skill.
Right.
They don't need to understand the entire history of social media algorithms. They just need to know how to execute that one specific workflow.
Yeah.
That same afternoon, they can go onto a freelance platform and offer a highly targeted service. I will turn your last YouTube video into a month's worth of social media content within 24 hours.
Oh, wow. So they're essentially selling the arbitrage of the AI tool they just learned.
Exactly.
The client is paying for the result, the month of content, and they don't really care that the student used AI to do the heavy lifting as long as the quality is there.
Not at all.
The student is just the operator who knows which buttons to push and which prompts to use.
That's it. It is task-based monetization. You learn a micro skill on Monday morning. You offer it as a service on Monday afternoon.
That's incredible.
You don't have to wait until you've mastered the entire 25-hour curriculum to prove you have value in the marketplace.
And just think about the psychological impact of that for the target demographic.
Oh, it's massive.
If I am a home-based earner, maybe I'm balancing childcare or I've been out of the workforce for a while, and I can make my first $20 online by hour 10 of this course,
You're hooked.
I am locked in. You have given me immediate, tangible proof that my time is being well spent. It's the ultimate confidence booster.
It fundamentally changes their identity from a student to an earner almost immediately. That rapid validation is just incredibly empowering.
Yeah, but, building this highly capable, confident operator in 25 hours, there's a ceiling to pure altruism, right?
Usually, yes.
Giving away a $30,000 off asset and designing it so people can earn money immediately is incredibly generous, yes, but it clearly serves a larger strategic purpose for the organizers. You don't build a machine this efficient just to let the output wander off into the woods. There has to be a back end.
There is a very deliberate back end. The generosity of the gift is the engine, sure, but it is driving toward a highly sophisticated structural goal, which is the curation of talent.
Right. And this brings us to the ultimate end game of the campaign. For the individuals who actually excel in this 25-hour sprint, the top performers, there is a highly coveted reward.
The real prize.
Yeah. They receive a free invite into something called the Antaryami VA Network.
Right. And the way they manage entry into this network is through a very specific two-step registration funnel. Currently, there is an initial short lead gen form that is just open to the public, but that is followed up by a detailed intensive form that is exclusively for shortlisted candidates.
And this is where the strategy shifts from mass distribution to elite curation. It is a masterclass in community building.
I was trying to think of a way to describe this dynamic, and it feels exactly like a digital escape room.
Oh, I like that.
Right, like the front door is wide open. Anyone can walk into the lobby for free because the birthday gift angle makes it totally frictionless.
Yep.
But you only get into the VIP room at the end if you actually solve the puzzles, put in the grueling work, and prove you have what it takes to survive the 25 hours.
A digital escape room is a brilliant analogy, actually, because it highlights the necessity of the struggle.
Yeah.
Let's break down why that two-step funnel is so critical. The first step, the short lead gen form, is designed to be entirely frictionless.
They are leveraging the viral massive interest generated by the free 30,000 eager gift hook. It takes literally 2 seconds to fill out.
Because why wouldn't you? It's human nature. If someone offers you 30 grand of value for an email address, you hand it over. It casts the widest net possible.
But a wide net catches absolutely everything.
Good and bad.
It catches highly motivated learners, sure, but it also catches digital hoarders who just want to collect a freebie they will never, ever actually open.
So true.
If you let everyone from that wide net straight into the Antaryami VA network, you dilute the quality of the community instantly.
It basically just becomes another dead Discord server full of people asking basic questions.
Exactly. And that is where the secondary detailed form for the shortlisted candidates comes into play. It acts as a crucial, highly intentional friction point.
Intentional friction. We spend so much time in the digital world trying to remove friction,
We do.
One-click checkout, autofill forms. But here, they're actually engineering it to be difficult on purpose.
Yes, because friction is the ultimate filter for intent. If a user just wanted a free ride, the moment they are asked to fill out a comprehensive assessment, detailing their goals, their newly acquired skills, and their commitment level. They'll just drop off.
Yeah, it's too much work.
They will self-select out of the process.
They filter themselves out so the organizers don't have to?
Precisely. This two-step process allows the organizers to easily identify the truly committed individuals.
Right.
The people who make it through the 25-hour sprint, who monetize their micro skills and navigate the high-friction application process, those are the top performers.
Yeah.
They have actively demonstrated their grit, their adaptability, and their cultural fit for the Antaryami VA network.
I really want you, the listener, to absorb this framework, whether you're building a business, managing a team, or just trying to cultivate a better professional network.
It's universally applicable.
It is. The brilliance of this model is undeniable. You use frictionless entry to generate excitement, capture attention, and gather a massive crowd. But then you implement high-friction filtering to ensure that the community you actually build is dedicated, high quality, and highly capable. You are literally using the gift as a radar to find the best talent.
It creates a self-selecting elite.
Yeah.
The individuals who finally gain entry into the Antaryami VA network haven't just been handed an opportunity, they feel they have earned it.
Right.
And for the organizers, well, they have just populated their professional network with vetted, hungry, AI-augmented operators without ever having to conduct a traditional, expensive recruitment drive.
It is so smartly designed from top to bottom.
It really is.
Okay, let's pull all of these threads together because we've covered a lot of ground today. We started with what looked like a wildly unconventional, almost naive announcement, giving away a high-value asset just for a birthday wish.
A simple text message.
Right. But we ended up looking at a highly sophisticated economic engine. We saw how that 30,000 25-hour training sprint wasn't just basic instruction, but a curriculum really designed to transform task takers into autonomous, AI-leveraged operator.
And we examine the mechanics of the monetization sprint, understanding how teaching isolated AI workflows allows individuals, even home-based earners, with absolutely zero experience, to bypass traditional career wait times and monetize their micro skills almost immediately in the gig economy.
Yeah. And finally, we uncovered the strategic long game. We saw how this entire generous gesture acts as a brilliant two-step digital escape room, using intentional friction to filter out the casual observers and curate a highly dedicated community of top talent for the Antaryami VA network.
It challenges literally everything we assume about digital interactions. It transforms a static social gesture into a dynamic, life-altering pathway for economic mobility.
It really does. And, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want you to think back to the very beginning of our conversation today.
Back to the birthday text.
Yeah, we talked about that generic 2-second happy birthday text, the kind of message you send without a second thought, expecting absolutely nothing in return.
The interaction we just assume will vanish into the void?
Exactly. So I want to leave you with this final thought to mull over. If a simple, casual, social interaction like just typing out a birthday greeting can act as the key to a 25-hour pathway that radically alters someone's professional trajectory and gets them earning online.
It's wild to think about.
It is. How many other micro-interactions in your daily digital life are hiding massive, completely untapped potential? When you comment on a post, reply to an email, or share a piece of work, are you just dropping words into the void, or are you entirely missing the hidden doors right in front of you?
A profound question to consider the next time you pick up your phone.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.